Now, talking about list views, it's very, very important. List view is a widget which has multiple children or which can contain more than two widgets or more than two child. So talking about container was able to handle only a child, but when we talk about list view always contains children. So in this video, we're just going to demonstrate how list views are being used in Flutter. First thing first, I have, a stateless widget here, and I am returning a scaffold, and I have an app bar with a list title, with a title list view. Then I have a body with a center widget with a text list view. So inside this body, I just want to return a list view, as the name suggested, list view, just like this. Now, this list view actually contains children. So when I save this right here, you see nothing really appears here. So within this list view, let's see what this list view has for us. So it has a scrolling direction, reverse, controller, primary, physics, shrink, wrap, padding, I mean a whole lot. So just have to take your time and you go through, right? This is very, very important. All right. Now, let's see what we can do from the list tile. So from the list view, sorry. So inside the list view, we have to specify the children. And remember that all the children in this can contain either a widget, a text, I mean anything you want to do. It can even contain an icons depending on the type of widget you want to specify or the type of widget you want to enter right in here, or you want to just put it inside a list view. But in my case, I'm just going to make it dynamic so that I won't be specifically focusing on only icon. So let me give you one example. When I just write icons here, when I just write icons here, I can't just add a container, right? I can't just add a container. It's not going to work because I specified an icon here. But when I just type in icons, maybe icon is going to be a valid widget which can contain the list view. So in my case, I'm just going to make it dynamic, which means I can contain anything. It can really contains everything. So in my case, I'm just going to add a list style, and I'll just specify a title to be a text, and I say Isoft original as my as the name suggested. And also I will just add up a subtitle that is also going to be a text, and I'll just say the number. Okay, that looks perfect. So I'll just save it, and there you go. You see the first widget we added as a children here, right guys? Now let's add one more thing. Let's add the leading icon. Okay, and this is going to be icons.person. Okay, then I'm just going to say the size. I'm going to set the size to 50.0. Then there you go, I have an icon, and I'm just going to say trailing icon, and I'm just going to say icons dot add, and I'm just going to set the size to maybe 25. Okay, so let me use edit just like this. Perfect. All right, so let me just wrap this whole widget up with let me just add a const modifier. No, 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 no. All right, let's just wrap this whole widget inside a card widget. So I'm just gonna card it, just gonna card the whole thing here. Then I just add a card. So inside this card, I have to specify a child since it can contain only one widget. So there you go. Let me just reformat this, and there you go. So let me just add a const here to fix all these errors. Perfect. Now when I save this, you'll see it is kind of a card. let me just wrap this whole card widget with a padding, right? So I'm just going to cut the widget card, then I add padding, and the padding is going to be const edge insert dot all. I'm just going to set it up to 8.0, nothing fancy. Then I'm just going to specify the child to be this. Excellent. So let's just try and make this work. All right. So I'm just going to format this. Good. So I have a padding with an edge insert. The const is no more needed. And yeah. Then I have a card inside the list style. So when I save it now, you see the pattern really works fine. I just want to make it clear. So let me just use elevation of 5 so you see it very well. There you go. Now, this whole padding is one widget, right? This whole padding is one widget, right? So I can go ahead and then copy this padding. So just copy that. Just going to copy. Then I come down, paste it. Paste it one more time, another time, and another time. And remember that because it is children, because it contains children, it can contains, millions of widgets you want to, add it up to it. So I just save this and you will see all of them. Also, the more it goes, the more it becomes more scrollable, right? So let me just add another one, just more. And there you go, we can scroll it. Right, guys? Okay, so this is how the whole thing really works. This is how the whole list view really works. But if we want to add, let's say 100 items, or let's say 100 widgets here, we can't just go ahead and then be duplicating them here. It's not that advisable to do it that way. Basically, you can do that, but it is manually. You can't really do that manually. It's a kind of tedious work. So there is another way which comes along with a different widget, but it's going to be the same list view, which is called ListView.builder. And that ListView.builder is going to be in our next video. All right. So if you find this video to be helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Until then, have a nice day, and iSoft Original is out.